numbers and finding the greatest sum. So we're gonna do a number talk, we're gonna discuss some strategies for adding 2-digit numbers, and we're gonna play a fun game that gets played with your shoulder partner, okay? So let's go ahead and begin with our first number talk. So I want you to think about this in your mind when I show you the equation, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you have a thought, grab it and hold it.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're gonna quietly wait on our friends to finish thinking, okay? I want you to think of a strategy and think about what you see and how you're gonna solve this problem, okay? And then I'll call on somebody. So let's go ahead with our first number talk. Alright. So think about how you're gonna solve this problem, what strategy you'll use, and grab your thought and hold it when you have an answer. Yeah, I see several people already have a thought. Alright. So I want somebody to tell me, I'll call on somebody. Raise your hand if you want to tell me what strategy you used to solve this problem. Macy.
So I take the first digit number and then I add them together. Like I take 4 and 2, and I make 6.
So you did
And then,
plus 2 equals 6.
and then I make 10 with the second digit number.
Okay, how do you do that?
So I take the 7 and 5, which I know 5 and 7 makes 12.
Okay, so you did 7 plus 5 equals 12.
And then then you take 60, and then since it's over 10, that 10 is over. So the would be 72.
Okay, so can you repeat that last step one more time for me?
So since the 10 is over the 10, like if 12 is more than 10,
Yeah, so 12 is more than 10.
it's over 60, so the sum would be 72.
Okay, so she said the 12 was over 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so we'll just put over 10, so the sum would be 72. Okay? Alright, does anybody else have a different strategy that they'd like to share? Go ahead.
So I took 40 and 20, and then I did the 7 with the 40 equals 47.
Okay, so you did 40 plus 20, and then you said 40 plus 7 equals 47?
Yes.
Okay,
And then I took the 20 and added it with the 40.
okay, and then you did 40 plus 20, and what did you get?
60.
60.
And then 5 plus 7 equals 12.
Okay, you know, 5 plus 7 equals 12.
And then I made it equals 12, so I thought it would be 72.
Yeah, so you did 60 plus 12. Okay. 60 plus 12 equals 72. Oh, and they got the same answer. So did anybody have use the same strategy? Or did anybody get the same sum? Okay, did anybody get a different sum? Sorry, did you get a different sum?
I was gonna do the strategy of this. I did the stacking up. So 47 plus 25.
So you did 47, and what did,
The stacking up one, and you put a plus on the side of it.
oh, you put the 25 under the 47? Okay. Like that?
So we do 7 plus 5, and we know it equals 12.
Okay. So what do you do with the 1?
We put it on the top of the 4.
Okay.
4 plus 2, 6, and we add one more, it's 7.
Okay, so you use this is called the standard, alright? So, y'all say that there are many different ways that we can solve this equation and get the same answer?
Mhm.
Alright, so we've got one more number talk to do before we move on. Are y'all ready for the next one? Remember, just like last time, I want you to, when you have an answer, grab your thought and hold it, okay?
Here's my.
Alright, here is my next equation. Think about what strategy you'll use, how you'll add the numbers. And if you think of a strategy early, you might want to think of a second one, okay? Alright, I see several people who have a strategy. Alright, Anna, you want to tell us your strategy? Alright, go ahead.
I done the number line.
The number line, okay. So let's put,
So since it's plus, I'm not starting from this side, I'm starting from the way the board is. So first I added the 50.
okay, so you're doing a number
I
line.
put the 32 at the beginning and then I plus 50 onto that.
Okay, so you put 32 on the left, right? Okay. Alright, and then,
And then I done a hoop and then done plus 10.
okay, so you did 50 at the end, right? Okay,
50
alright,
and then I've done a hoop with 10. That hoop that made 10.
okay, can you explain how you did that?
Like we do like the hoop with like the plus and then 10 at the top of the hoop.
Okay, so you did, like, do you do it all the way to 50 or do you do it halfway or what?
Like a halfway.
Halfway is between the number line? So like, tell me if this is right, like this? Okay,
Plus 10.
plus, and you did plus 10 on the top?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and what do I need to put right here?
And then you put 42.
Okay. Okay,
And then you plus 40.
plus 40, so another jump somewhere? Okay, so,
Jump to the 50.
to jump to the 50, okay.
And that made my answer.
What is your answer?
50. And then you make it bigger, and then you add the 32 so to make the sum, which is 82.
So the sum is 82. Okay. So I think, here's what we need to do. So instead of stopping our number line at 50, right? We need to start at 32. Okay, so we're just gonna start at 32, just so we're on the same page. We're doing a jump. You said
Plus
and
10.
plus 10, and what does that equal?
That equals 42.
Okay. And then what is your next jump?
And then plus 40.
Plus 40, and what did that equal?
That equals 50.
Yes, so 40 plus 10 equals 50, but where do we end up after we add 40 to the 42?
Then we get an 82.
82. Okay. Now we're on the same page. Alright. So, Anna used the number line. Let's see. Go ahead. What's your strategy?
I know that 50 plus 30 equals 80.
Okay. So you did 50 plus 30 equals partial sum, okay? Good job. So these are both great strategies to show us how to add two-digit numbers, okay? Alright, so now that we've done our number talk, let's go ahead and move on to our next thing. So this is the game that we're going to play, okay? So I'm going to show y'all how to play this. So now that we've discussed some useful addition strategies, I thought it would be fun to play this game called Greatest Sum. So you will be paired with your shoulder partner, and I'm going to give you dice, okay? You will roll dice to build your own two-digit numbers and make an equation. Your goal is to have a greater sum than your partner. That's how you win the game, okay? So when we do this, I want you to use various strategies when adding two-digit numbers like we did with the number talk, okay? So let me show you an example, just so y'all can see how we're going to do this. So let's pretend that I've just rolled my dice, okay? We'll each have two dice. So I rolled the first dice, and I got a 1 and a 2. So what two-digit number could I make out of this 1 and 2? Sawyer?
A 3.
No, a two-digit number.
I mean,
So
30.
So I could either make a 12, right? Oh, I heard somebody say it. What was the other one?
21.
A 12 or 21. So which one would I want to use if I want to have the greatest sum?
21.
21. Why?
Because it's greater than 12.
Yeah, because 21 is larger than 12, right?
10 more.
So alright, listen, my first one is 21, okay? Since I rolled a 1 and a 2. So then I'm going to roll again. So my next roll is a 4 and a 5. So what two-digit number could I make out of this 4 and 5? What do you think, Autumn? 54. Why would I want to make 54 instead of 45?
Because 45 is less.
Yeah, okay. So here are my numbers that I'm going to use to solve a two-digit equation, okay? And so for this one, I think I'm going to use the base 10 block strategy. Raise your hand if you've ever used base 10 blocks before. Okay, so I'm going to use columns for my tens. So let's start with the 54 since it's larger. So how many columns do you think I need? 5? Okay. Alright, so there's my 5 columns. And I'm going to use squares or units for my 4, okay? So, there's my 54. Now for my 21, how many columns do I need?
2.
2. And looks like I just need 1 unit, okay? So, let's see. We're going to add our base 10, our 10s first. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, right? Did y'all count the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so there's 70 10s. And then for our 1s, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's, I'll do a plus 5 equals 75. Okay, that was an easy
I
strategy.
thought you were doing the one on here because it looked like
I'll go over that in just a minute. Alright, so now I am going to pretend to be my partner, okay? So now my sum was 75. I don't want my partner to get a greater sum than me, but let's just see. So now it's my partner's turn to roll. So my partner rolls a 6 and a 4. What two-digit number could I make?
64.
64. Why do I want to make 64 instead of 46?
Because it's a larger number.
Yeah. So my first number is going to be 64. So it's time for me to roll again. Alright, I rolled again. And I got a 2 and a 3. So now I'm thinking, what two-digit number could I make to have a greater sum than my partner? Stacy.
You could make 75.
Oh, it's a 3 and a 2.
You could make 302.
It's just a two-digit number. Alright. What two-digit number could I make? Sawyer?
32.
I can make it 32. I can make 32 or 23, but I want to make 32 because it's greater than 23, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I decided I don't want to use base 10 strategies like my partner, and that's okay. I can use something different, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I think that I'm going to use partial sum. So I think that I'm going to do 60 plus 30, and what would that equal?
90.
And then I think that I'm going to do, what do I do next?
6.
And then what does that equal?
6.
Okay. Alright. So, does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so everybody listen. So you know that I've given you this sheet, okay? So each group has one sheet. You're gonna work with your partner, okay? I'm gonna read you the directions. So write you and your partner's names in the correct column where it says names, okay? And we've given you an example of me and Miss Smith playing. Okay? Each person can roll 2 dice and correct your first digit number. Just like I did, okay? Just like how I created the 21. You will roll the dice again and create your second number, okay? You will write and record both addition sentences and add, just like I did, okay? So my first addition sentence was 70 plus 5 equals 75. So I will write 70 plus 5 under equations. And then I will write my sum, okay? Then it will be your partner's turn, and they will do the same thing. They will roll their first dice, and they will get their first number. They will roll again to get their second number. They will write their equation and write the sum that they got, okay? Whoever has the largest sum gets a point, okay? And I'll be walking around to help with this, all right? So raise your hand if you have any questions. Start now. Anna?
What if you roll the same number, do you just put those 2 numbers or do you need a
So like if I roll a 5 and a 5, well then it could only be 55, right? I don't have 2 choices. So you would just write, your number would be 55. Does that make sense? Sorry, you have a question?
Who would go first then?
Y'all can choose who goes first. Just
What
please don't argue
that
over it.
Does the game end like when you
So the game will end, I will let y'all know, okay? So I want y'all to play the rounds until I say stop, alright? Does that make sense for everybody? And then when we finish this, we're gonna circle back and I'm gonna ask one of you to give me one of your equations and one of your strategies that you used, and I'm gonna write it on the board, okay? And we'll talk about it. So I'm gonna pass out your dice. After I pass out your dice, you can go ahead and get started.
Where do we put our strategy
So hey, that was a great question. So listen, go ahead and get out your whiteboards, and you can record your strategies on your whiteboards, Alright, guys, when I give you your dice, you can go ahead and start playing the game,
Hey! That probably is. did 63. Oh, no, you did not. I got that.
How did you solve it?
But still, that's the only
Alright, guys, we've got about 2 more minutes. It's okay if you don't get home.
I'm just gonna raise No, you. I got 54 plus 63.
Okay, hang on. 54 plus 63. That's a crazy looking 5. Plus 63. Okay, and what did you use to solve that?
Partial sums.
Okay, how did you get it?
50 plus 60.
Plus 60, and what did you get?
110.
Okay.
And then I did 3 plus 4.
Okay.
It equals 7.
Alright.
And
and then the answer was 117.
Okay, so what was your next step? How did you get that?
I added 110 plus 7.
And you got 117?
Yes.
Good. Alright. Who wants to tell me another strategy that they used? Let's see.
Me?
Yes, go ahead.
So
What was your
my equation was 65 plus 52.
65 plus 52.
Yes.
Okay, and what strategy did you use?
So I put the problem in my head
Okay.
and I did the number line.
Okay, so can you explain how you did that?
If you draw a number line and then write 65,
65 on the left?
where you start.
Okay.
And then you add 50.
Okay, so how do you do that?
I made a hump.
One hump?
Yeah, one hump.
Okay.
And then I wrote 50 at the top and then a plus sign.
Okay.
And then that equals, and then that equaled 111.
You know what else?
And then I added 2.
Okay, so another jump.
Yes.
And what did you say after you added 2?
130. Wait, what's that? No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh. I forgot, and actually, the answer is supposed to be 117.
Okay. Okay. But we say how you did it, okay? So you did an excellent job. So once again, today we learned about greatest sum. So let's see, I think a second ago we had the sum of 117 that she got. And then Hank, I think was your 75?
117.
Okay. Well, hers was 117. So
Yeah, we
we'll
both
say-
got the same answer.
Oh, you got, okay. Well, we'll just put the sum 75. So, what would be the greatest sum?
117.
117.
Because it's greater than 75.
Right. Yeah,
75.
so, because this sum is greater than 75, right? So, y'all did an excellent job adding your 2-digit numbers and showing me different strategies. And we will circle back to